Alrighty, welcome back to part 10 of Ninten's Second Quest. In the last episode, we had Anna's reverse melody adventure, where she went and got the first 6 melodies in backwards order. And in this episode, we're finally going to be going up to Mount Itoi as Ionic took away. I'm not 100% what I'm doing right now, because I should be going to Mount Itoi. That is the next destination. Probably just healing. Healing Anna. And not Ninten. Do a little bit of trolling. And we're going back to LA. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna keep Ninten dead up until we get to the healer's house, like, on Mount Itoi. And there's no real reason I did that. I don't know why. It's just fun to play as Anna, and Ninten's not very useful in combat. So we will be chilling. We're going to be doing some menu walking up to the mountain. It's really not that long, in my opinion. Maybe it's just because I've done it so many times. But when you menu walk like this and skip the encounters, it really does save a lot of time. Let alone is totally safe as well. But realistically, I've said this a lot this playthrough, but at this portion, I probably don't need to be menu walking. I can probably take whatever I'm gonna get with Teddy and Anna, even without Ninten. Teddy will be basically 1 or 2 shotting all the enemies, and Anna has the spells at this point to put in some work as well. But we're menu walking, so we probably won't have to worry about much encounters. I love Ninten's ghost, it's so funny. Ninten's face is already just huge relative to everything else on his body. But when he's a ghost, for whatever reason, I feel like his face is so massive. His wings are so tiny. But we're rocking. I was about to say, it looks like I've been menuing every single step, but then I just took like 4 steps there. We are going talk to no one. You need that. Not actually. But, excuse me. My inventory is probably looking pretty goofy right now. I think Anna has the Onyx Hook, and she has a medicine as well. I think I gave Teddy all the garbage that I didn't really know what I had. If I didn't know what it was, I gave it to Teddy. And then Ninten's got like the key items, like great-grandfather's diary. Actually, I don't even know if he has that. He should. And he's probably got like the big bag. Something I was thinking about is that I still have not acquired a PSI stone this playthrough. PSI stones are really, really good items that have like a 1 in 8 chance of breaking when you use it, but they can recover your PSI. So it's a really, really good item. There are similar items in other RPGs. But here we are at the Medicine Man, and you'll see the Medicine Man doesn't actually revive people. So yeah, Teddy's got like, I forget what exactly Teddy has. I think I said in an earlier part. But it looks like I'm going to load up on medicines because I will be going to kill Gygus, to kill Geeg very soon. Maybe not in this part, but I think in the next episode, that's what we'll be doing. It's interesting though, because I believe the objective I'm going to be doing is going up to the healer's house that heals Ninten, and then I think I'm going to dance with Ninten to do the story trigger that gets rid of Teddy. I'm not 100% why I did it, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to be happening this episode. Probably just because it's an awesome scene. And I usually skip it in playthroughs. Well, that's not true. Sometimes I do it. But when you dance up there with Ninten and Anna, when you do the dancing scene, it causes a robot to spawn, and then you get teleported back down to the house I was just at. So I think we're going to be doing this exact walk twice this episode. I think the timing works out. That's what we will be seeing. So we're going to see a lot of Anna menu walking for the first trip up the mountain. I think I get some stuff in the caves too. We'll have to see. But it looks like my pathing is a little bit better than it was the first time I was in this area. I got super lost. Didn't know where I was. I kept walking in the same dead end a couple times before I finally figured out where to go. But I think at this point I have learned from my mistakes. I always love Teddy's back sprite. Like, Teddy, his arms and legs move so much when he's walking up, or up left and up right. It's so good. And his hair too looks funny from the back. Just so ripped too. His biceps are just massive. Oh, now we're doing a little bit of dancing. Party dancing, anyways. Ooh, there's a fight. 3 mooks. Alright, let's see what I do here. Looks like I'm gonna use... So I have PK Freeze Gamma, which is a really good spell. But it looks like I'm opting to guard for Anna, because I don't want her to die. That mook did something. Who knows what. So that spell I just used is Freeze Gamma, which will put this mook into a critical state. Really, really good spell, especially when you don't have Beam Gamma. And the reason I'm using it is because it looks like Teddy got paralyzed, and I can't attack with him. But that's okay. Anna can easily take out a single mook in 2 turns at the level she's at. And here we are at the caves. So the last time we were here, all we did was walk in a big circle in this room and get the katana. But I'm not going to be doing that this time. It looks like I'm doing some teleporting. Very smart. Teleport twice and then get into an encounter. So I honestly love this fight a lot. Or just these guys in general. You can get into an encounter with 1 of them, 2 of them, or 3 of them. And they're a lot of fun. I love Starman. And they get obliterated by base level Teddy with the katana, let alone level 26 Teddy. So yeah, I don't even need to guard a single one because Teddy will just outspeed in 1 shot. It's so nice. And there's another level for Teddy. Really getting ahead of Ninten since he's dead. Doing a little bit of menu walking. So you can, one of the items in this cave is Ninten's Hank's bat, blah, blah, blah. And that's like the best item for Ninten. It gives him plus 48 offense, I think. But I will not be picking it up because I'm not going to equip anything on Ninten. But you can also get Anna's best item in this. I forget what it's called. It's like something frying pan. It's some sort of frying pan that's just like the best frying pan. And it looks like that little deviation up is where I will be going to get it. This present right here is the frying pan. I forget what it's called exactly. It's not like the deluxe frying pan. It's like magic frying pan maybe. I'm not sure. But Anna's inventory is full of medicine right now, so I need to give one to Ninten. And now with Anna equipping her frying pan, she has almost the best equipments in the game. She has the best 2 defensive items, and she has her best offensive item now. The only thing Anna is missing is the C pendant, and she will be absolutely loaded with her equips to be able to take out anything loosely. Most of the enemies at the top of Mount Itoi will still be very deadly. Those things, a lot of enemies like Last Starman and the grizzly bears and a couple other enemies are capable of just 1 or 2 shotting you no matter what level you're at, because that's just how insane this game is. So now we're making our way down this really long cave. This is the 4th room in Mount Itoi Caves. And you can actually kind of clip through the path right there. That's only in the NES and Famicom versions. You can't do that in the GBA version. Oh, the non-stick frying pan. Wait, no, that's not it. The non-stick frying pan you can buy in Youngtown. Okay, it's called the Iron Skillet. That is the frying pan that I just equipped on Anna. Gives her plus 36 offense, and it's her best weapon. But even still, her best weapon giving her plus 36 is like 10 less than, or 12 less than Ninten's best, and over 20 less than Teddy's best weapon. And the boomerang gives a lot of offense as well. The boomerang gives off, I think, 32 offense. Yeah, it gives 32. So her frying pan is only 4 offense better. And we're out of the caves finally. This shot's funny. It looks like Anna's got huge arms. But we are making our way. Honestly, teleporting in this area isn't the most dangerous. It's pretty hard to teleport away until you get to the area like right in front of the healer's house. But it looks like I'm just menu walking in case I do get into encounters. I can have PSI for Anna, but she has 107 PP right now, so I could probably afford to teleport a couple times. Now we're going up some ropes. We're gonna be heading to the right after this one. Talk to the tree stump, need that. And then going up another rope. And believe it or not, we are almost at the healer's house. So including the last episode in this one, Anna has essentially walked through the whole entire game. She went to Magicant, killed the dragon, went to the desert, went to the ghost house, went to the zoo, went to Canary Village, and went to Ninten's home. and now she's walked all the way through LA and the Itoi caves, and now we are at Mount Itoi itself. Well, the bottom of it anyways. So it's quite a journey for no Ninten lifestyle. It's quite the trek she and Teddy have been on. Like 10, 15 more steps and we're there. Alright, so from here we are going to be dancing with Anna and Ninten. First off, we're going to have to heal Ninten. Thankfully this guy revives, but more importantly, I'm going to save at the phone here, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, well, I don't know, but I'm definitely going to hold on to that save. If I don't do it here, I'm going to copy the save file I just made, and we will be coming back to that save. So don't forget about that save where Ninten was dead and it's Anna and Teddy at this healer's house before we got rid of Teddy. Because doing this cutscene, this story trigger, it's not really a story trigger, it's just like a thing you can do. It's really sweet. But after doing this, we will be permanently losing Teddy for the rest of the quote-unquote game. But since I made a save right beforehand, I'm going to be loading that save if I ever want Teddy back. And I think that's going to be happening in the next couple episodes. Because after this dance, we're going to get attacked by the huge blue robot. And this robot is unkillable. Even if you have Eve in your party, this robot's unkillable. The only way to exit this fight not dying would be to use the flea bag and burn 155 turns against the robot of him not attacking anyone and missing everyone. Here Anna's asking if Ninten loves her, and then I said yes, because Ninten does love her. And then Teddy's like, what are you guys doing? Am I interrupting anything? Lol. And then he said, what's that? And then they got attacked by a huge robot. So yeah, this guy is unkillable. There's like 0 methods in game, even using glitches, to try to kill this guy. Even if you ended the battle after waiting 255 turns, the game would just soft lock and you would still die. So this is a scripted event. So Anna will be dying, but not, I mean, she's gonna die, but then she gets revived immediately at the medicine man. But this is like a scripted death. I don't count this as a real death, because he one-shot my entire party in 3 turns, as one does. But as you can see, Lloyd comes in clutch. Level 2 Lloyd, who died in Magic Cannon, has never seen a level since then. He did learn how to drive a tank somehow, because we definitely didn't go drive any tanks in the desert. So now we got a party of Ninten and Anna, which will be useful to remember for later. But for now, I'm just gonna get Lloyd, or I gotta talk to Teddy. I wanted to get Lloyd. Teddy's like, I died. Go on without me. And then Lloyd's like, yeah, this is called karma for kicking me out of the party at the live house. And then Lloyd rejoins. So Lloyd is alive. I don't know where the doctor just went. I guess he went there. But he's level 2, so I won't be using him for combat at all. And Lloyd's got Teddy's inventory. But yeah, since he died in like the 3rd episode, I won't be using Lloyd for anything. But we are going to make our way back up the mountain again, the exact same path we did before, but this time Ninten's alive. And we have Lloyd instead of Teddy, so it's a much different party the party looks much different anyways than what it was the first trip up. And yeah, so that scene I did there is like, it's actually 100% optional. If you never go to the door, the left side door in the healer's house at the top of itoi, then you'll never get that fight, and you'll never lose Teddy. So if you wanted to beat the game with Teddy, you could just not go in that door. You can use the healer's house to heal, and you can save. And if you just never go in that door, you could just take Teddy to the end of the game. Which is something I love about this game a lot. There's a lot of different party combinations you can beat the game with, like without using glitches, just from playing the game in different ways. But using glitches, you're able to like, we're able to beat the game with a lot of different party members. It's really fun. So we are gaming. Currently, Ninten's at level 25, Anna's at 22, and Lloyd is in pacifist, no combat mode, only level 2, so how helpful will he really be? But since he died, I'm not going to use his weapons at all, like his in-game items. I was talking earlier, in an earlier part, about how good his weapons are. Like, the Super Bomb is the equivalent of a PK Fire Omega, which just is like literally statistically the best spell in the game. It just automatically one-shots every enemy in battle. And so that's a really good item. The Plasma Beam's a really good item too for Lloyd. But I won't be using those really good items, even though I could, I won't because he died. But yeah, Lloyd's value does not come from leveling, it comes from his ability to use items that no one else can use, basically. And yeah, we got three starmen there, but it looked like I just dimension warped without even thinking about it. Now that I don't have Teddy in my party anymore, I don't have a lot of damage like I used to. I have Anna's damage, I guess, but Ninten's not doing anything. So we are making our way. Our path is going to be pretty similar to what we took last time. Aside from getting the iron skillet, I don't need that since I already got it. Don't need to make that detour. Ninten is currently cooling with 146 max HP, which is pretty good. For level 25, I guess it's not that good. It could be better. Could be worse though. I've definitely seen worse. But if I like was using RNG manipulation to like really max out Ninten stats, you can get Ninten to have like almost this much HP at like level 15 if you wanted to, which is crazy. But I'm not super proficient at RNG manipulation in this game. I know how to do the any percent manipulation that I showed off in part 0 with last Starman manipulating last Starman. But other than that, I'm really not good at manipulating on the NES or Famicom version. I'm much better at enemy manipulation in the GBA version. And the RNG systems work completely differently between the two versions. So that's why I'm better at the GBA version. I've played the GBA version a lot more. And there's the little skippy skip again. Saves me from walking all the way down there, like 2 more tiles down and then 2 tiles right. Alright, we are in the 5th and final room of the caves. It goes by pretty fast, I'm telling you. It sounds like it's annoying saying that I walk through the entire game opening the menu every step, but when you consider how I'm skipping the encounters and how I don't have to deal with all that, you really go through the game a lot faster. It is quite wonderful. That's the box where the PSI stone was. I don't think I've used my PSI stone once. And Anna has 131 PP, which means she can do a lot of damage before she'll need to think about using the stone. Alright, here we are, back at Mount Itoi's base again. Yeah, we're going up the rope. We're gonna take essentially the exact same path we took last time. Yep, so far we've had no encounters in Mount Itoi so far. Mount Itoi, this area of the game is what's like regarded as the most unbalanced and most unfair of any area in this game. The encounters here are pretty rough. You can get into fights with the upgraded version of the Titany, the Titanian or something. You can get into fights with Grizzly Bear. The worst enemy is probably the Grizzly Bear, because the Grizzly Bear does like a final desperation attack when you kill it, and it just does like 400 damage to one of your party members. Like, there's just no avoiding it. Someone is always going to die when you fight a Grizzly Bear. Let's see, you can also get into fights with some other random stuff. You can get into fights with like gargoyles. Ooh, I just learned you can get into fights with the brain enemy. Normally I encounter the brains, they're called cerebrums. They're like a little brain inside a glass with feet. Normally you see them in the caves a lot, but I'm just learning that you can encounter them up here as well. You can also encounter megaborgs, gargoyles and rockoils, and super energy, which is effectively like a nuclear robot. But yeah, the grizzly bears are the worst. And it looks like I avoided the healer's house there. Don't really need to go there. Because there's one place we're going. Oh yeah, so the reason we had to do all that actually to... I said something earlier about keeping Teddy and not going in that house. But you actually need Lloyd to wake up Eve. You need Lloyd to turn this boat on so that you can wake up Eve. That's imperative. You cannot get the last melody, the 7th melody, without getting Eve, because the melody is inside of Eve. But I think I tried to say something about this in an earlier part, and then I was like, oh, I'll just talk about it later. But, so if I wanted to set up a save file for beating the game only as Ninten, I would have to turn the boat on with Lloyd and do all of that stuff. Do all of this I'm doing right now, recruiting Eve, before I recruited Teddy. So I would have had to walk all the way up Itoi with Lloyd initially, with the first time I had Lloyd, and do the boat. And then, if I did that, I could try the dancing scene, and I would already have all the melodies, so I would be able to like use the onyx hook to like essentially leave the party when they're not in your party and they're just in the same house as you, and then you could beat the game as Ninten by himself. But there's one stipulation, and that is when I started this playthrough, the setup for this playthrough, I did the breadcrumb glitch to warp to Mount Itoi. And the way you do that is by doing the breadcrumb glitch and then walking to where the Mary cutscene is. And when you trigger the Mary cutscene of her fading away and Magicant fading away, then you get warped to like Ninten's great-grandfather's gravestone, and that's where you manipulate the last Starman like I showed in part 0. But when you do that, when you breadcrumb glitch to Mary and get her to fade away Magicant, the game actually, like, the game effectively gives you all the melodies. Like, the game's thought process is if you're at this part of the game, if you're at where Mary's warping away, you had to have gotten all 8 melodies beforehand. It's the only way for you to be there. So when you talk to her, the game effectively gives you all the melodies. So I got all the melodies, or I'm getting all the melodies in this playthrough, but since the way I started the playthrough, I actually didn't. I could just go to the end of the game right now and I wouldn't need to get any of the melodies. And you'll see Lloyd is going to go from level 2 to level 8 off of that 3 Mook fight, or level 6. But I can't avoid that. I wish I could have Lloyd dead right now, but I did need him to open the boat, to fix the boat. Here's another Mook. I think these are actually called Mook Seniors. Alright, and this R7 fight is... You can get into this fight where I just got it, or you can get into the fight at the very top of the mountain. But because I'm getting into it right now, it shows that I will not be keeping Eve for long. Because at the end of this fight, Eve gets destroyed. Dun dun dun. However, this will not be the last time you see this fight in this playthrough. We will see this fight again, and we'll be in this fight for a little bit longer than we will in this first time. Right now the fight ended, and Eve and R7 blew each other up. And everyone's happy except for Eve, because Eve's dead. But we're happy because we won. And Lloyd got 2 more levels, still not attacking anything. But there's Eve, rip. But it's okay. Well, since I made that save with Anna and Teddy, we'll be okay. We'll be able to see her again. But since I just received the 7th melody from Eve, that's gonna warp me to Mary's, and Mary will give me the 8th melody. So after Mary's done singing this first song, I'm gonna end the part, and then we'll continue with part 11, exactly where we left off. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good one.